Hello and welcome to another video. I have 10 more vocabulary words for you today. The first word for this video is acknowledge. Acknowledge. A-C-K-N-O-W-L-E-D-G-E. It's a longer word there than some of the others in this little mini series. But acknowledge. A-C-K-N-O-W-L-E-D-G. Acknowledge. Should look something like that. Acknowledge. Okay? Acknowledge is to admit that something is true. To admit that something is true, to accept and to confess that something is true, to acknowledge, okay, to acknowledge something that is true. To accept something that is true or to confess that something is true. All right, number 2, apparently. Apparently. A-P-P-A-R-E-N-T-L-Y. Again, that's A-P-P-A-R-E-N-T-L-Y. Apparently. Apparently. Okay, apparently is something that you think is true. Because of some evidence or some reason, you think it's true. Or something that seems to be true. It has the appearance of something that's true, but maybe you're not sure yet. Maybe you do not know yet if it's true or not true, but it seems to be true because of the current evidence that you have. Or maybe it's something that was surprising for you, something you did not know was true, and another person told you the information. So you're saying, I don't know if this is true. I'm sharing this information because of what someone else has told me, or something I learned later, or some information I received later. But it's information that is in some way new for you or surprising for you, that you are learning that it's true or not sure that it's true yet. Okay? Apparently. And normally from something that you have heard or it seems to be true to you. Okay? Some examples might be something like, imagine you don't see one of your friends for a whole week, and someone that you normally see every day, but you don't see them for one whole week, and you're thinking, wow, that's so weird, what happened? And you're trying to tell this story to another friend. Well, I didn't see Jessica for 1 week. I was thinking, what happened? Well, apparently Jessica was sick. What you're saying is that sometime after that week, you spoke with Jessica or someone else who told you, hey, she's sick. You don't know, you weren't there with her, but that's the story that is being told to you, and now you're sharing with someone else. So you would say, apparently, I don't know, I was not there, but this is what I have been told is true. This is what someone else told me. Okay, number 3, conform. Conform. C-O-N-F-O-R-M. C-O-N-F-O-R-M. Conform. Conform. Okay. This word is to imitate or to follow what other people are doing. This could be a bad thing or a good thing or neutral. It does not have to be bad or good. It could be neutral, just simply you are following the rules or following what other people are doing. To conform, to do things the way that other people are doing them. Okay? A bad example might be if you see, maybe lots of people that are breaking the rules, or doing something illegal, and you feel the pressure to do the same thing, to conform to what they are doing, that would be a bad thing, not a good example, not a good thing to do. You are conforming to something that is illegal or somehow breaking the rules. Or you could conform in a good way. Maybe there are rules that are for your protection, rules that are for a benefit for you, and you follow those rules and you conform to the rules, and it's a benefit for you, a protection. Or simply something that you just have to do. For example, when you go to school, there are routines and there's homework and there are things that you have to do in that situation as part of your routine to conform. Sometimes also there are some situations where you need a special uniform, maybe at your job. You need to wear specific clothing for that job. So if you choose to accept that job, and then you would conform by wearing those clothes and that uniform to match the expectation for your job, and that would be a good thing too. You're making your boss happy, you're making the clients happy, and having a good image and representation for that company. Okay, let's go to the next word, eliminate. Eliminate. E-L-I-M-I-N-A-T-E. E-L-I-M-I-N-A-T-E. Eliminate. Eliminate. This is like another word you may have seen on your cell phone or something like that. Delete. Delete. Have you ever seen this word? Delete. To make something go away. It's not there anymore. To delete. Eliminate would be a synonym of that word, to delete. Eliminate. It is not available anymore. It is gone. It's not here. Okay? And let's go to the next word. Function. Function. F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N. F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N. Function. Function. This word is like to work, to operate, to function. The way that something moves or does a specific job, the function. And in the pronunciation, you see that T-I-O-N. That T is making an SH sound. Function. Function. Like a word we had previously in these videos, ratio. Ratio. Okay, in the video for chapter 4, ratio, function, the T-I-O-N, you hear that sound a lot, the SH with that combination, T-I-O-N, function, function. Okay, and let's go to number 6, insight. Insight, I-N-S-I-G-H-T. I-N-S-I-G-H-T. Insight. Insight. Insight is like a special knowledge, special information that you have about something. So for example, let's say if you play basketball professionally, you're a professional basketball player, you probably have some good insight about the way basketball teams and companies operate, the way they function, the way they work, because you would be working for one of those teams or companies. You're playing basketball professionally, that's your job. You probably have insight about the way that job functions. What are the expectations? What is the training like? What is the payment like? how does it feel when you're playing, the pressure and all of that. You would have some insight that maybe another person who has never done that would not have that special information about that topic. Okay? And let's go to number 7, justify. 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 To justify. This is a word that's used like to explain the reason for something, to explain why something happened. So imagine you are late for your job and they ask why you're late. Imagine you have a reason, a very good reason. That would be to justify, to give the reason of why you were late. Well, there was a lot of traffic, or maybe you were sick in the morning, or there was some other issue, some other problem. You would be sharing that information to explain why it should be okay to accept that you were late on that specific day, to justify, to give a reason, to say, yeah, this should be okay because of this reason. It was not my fault, or something like that. Okay, to justify. Okay. Let's see. Number 8, perspective. Perspective. P-E-R-S-P-E-C-T-I-V-E. Perspective. Perspective. P-E-R-S-P-E-C-T-I-V-E. Okay? This word is very similar to a word we had in the chapter 2 from this series, from this book. In the chapter 2 video, we talked about a word, perceive, the way that you understand what's happening around you. Perspective is like that. It's your specific view of the world around you. Your point of view, as we say in English, but it's your view, your vision, the way that you are interpreting and seeing and understanding the world around you, your perspective. Okay? And number 9, proportion. Proportion. P-R-O-P-O-R-T-I-O-N. So P-R-O-P-O-R-T-I-O-N. And again, we have that SH sound, proportion. Proportion happening there. This is also very similar to a word we've had previously, the word ratio, as I mentioned earlier in this video. It has that SH sound, ratio, and the meaning of this word is similar to that word, ratio, proportion. It is like the comparison between two numbers. What is the ratio of men to women in your job? What is the proportion? What is that difference in numbers between those two groups? Okay. It also can be used to talk about a piece of something bigger. To talk about a piece of something, a proportion. All right, a piece of some bigger number. Okay. So in that example of the men and women, what is the number of men, that proportion, in the total number of people at your job? What is the number of women? What is that number in comparison to the total number of people at your job? Okay, and number 10, the word is shift. Shift. Make sure you have the F sound in there, shift. Don't let that F sound go away, okay? Otherwise it could sound like a word, not very nice word in English. Shift. S-H-I-F-T. S-H-I-F-T. Again, if you're missing the F, if you say this without the F sound, it could sound like a not very nice word in English. Here we go. Shift. Shift. S-H-I-F-T. S-H-I-F-T. Okay. Again, this word is to change in some way, to change the position of something. So I could shift the camera. I could change the position of the camera. Okay. I could shift my eyes. Or in your car, if you have a manual car, you shift the gears. You change the gears. You change their position to shift. And if you want to think about things in a different way, to see things in a different way, to maybe have a different understanding of a specific situation, you can shift your perspective. You can shift the way you look. All right, well, that's the end of this video today. I hope you enjoy and keep studying.